How is it going, Bears fans? Welcome back to another episode of Beared Down Uncut, where we talk everything Bears every day of the week. Today, we're going to be looking at the Bears tight ends who have excelled so far at training camp. We're going to be making some updated predictions for guys like Cole Kmet and Jimmy Graham, who have excelled so far. Welcome back to the show, guys. I would like to say, before we get into this one, if you are new to the channel and want Bears content throughout the year, do us a favor and subscribe. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers by the start of the season. Also, click that bell for notifications whenever we post. And if you are returning to the channel, do us a favor and drop a like on this video. It helps us a lot. I am your host, Chris Malpe, and today I am joined with my co-host, Jaylen McClinton, to discuss the tight end room that is much different than we've seen in 2018 and 2019. Jaylen, first off, how you doing? Second off, what do you think about this tight end room so far? It seems like they're impressing to start off training camp.
So first, I'm doing good. Online schooling actually hasn't been bad. We only go to school 4 days a week, so that's pretty nice. And this tight end room, from what we've been seeing from Mike reports and how Jimmy Graham is, people saying Jimmy Graham looks like the Terminator and he's completely dominating the DBs, which is a good thing and a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. A good thing is we have a tight end that's dominating some of the best DBs in the league with Kyle Fuller and Eddie Jackson. And at the same time, I don't want other teams to do this against us. So it's good that a tight end who's played at a high level for a very long time, like Jimmy Graham, is like preparing the young DBs and the vet DBs for elite tight ends. And so has Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet has shown he can be a number one tight end in his league. Jimmy Graham said Cole Kmet reminds him of him, and I think that's perfect because if we can have Jimmy Graham with his years in New Orleans and the first couple of seasons in Seattle, I will totally take that. So I'm definitely happy with this tight end room, especially because we had nothing last year at all with productivity. Yeah,
absolutely. Just taking a look at the tight end room so far, Clancy Barone, someone who started his career in New Orleans with Jimmy Graham, said, I would say Cole Kmet is on schedule, if not maybe a tick ahead of schedule when talking about comparing him to when Jimmy Graham started his career. And Barone also said, I have zero concerns about Kmet. I really do. Just looking at some other stuff, Jimmy Graham said that Cole Kmet reminds him of him in 2012, and if we got that production, oh my, I'm sure we'd all be happy about that. And just looking at Jimmy Graham, Jaylen mentioned it earlier, Jimmy Graham has been absolutely going off. He says that he has a lot to prove. He has a big chip on his shoulder. It's truly a special time for me. I want to retire here in Chicago, and there is only one way to end it, meaning with a Super Bowl. Jimmy Graham's also said, he's been asked to compare his experiences in Green Bay and Chicago because obviously they hate one another, and he said, nothing against the Packers. I had a great season with them last year, going to the playoffs, but this team, all they care about is winning. All they care about is that Super Bowl. So, looks like the tight end room has been doing pretty solid so far. Terminator and RoboCop. Obviously, Kevin Tolliver gave Jimmy Graham the name, the Terminator, and then Matt Nagy's been calling Cole Kmet RoboCop. 6'6", 262 pounds for the RoboCop. Looks like he's been showing out here in training camp. I want to ask you, Jaylen, obviously, we did videos predicting how the tight ends are going to do in the past, and obviously Kmet will come in here as the tight end number 2. But I want to ask you, based off this, it's only 1 week in padded practice, but what do you think Kmet's going to be able to accomplish in his rookie season? And give me a stat prediction.
Oh, a stat prediction?
Yeah, and just to add what you think for a second, Tashawn Gibson also said that Cole Kmet's going to be a star in this league. Jimmy Graham said Kmet's talent's unbelievable. So, seems like there's a lot to look forward to in Kmet. So how do you think he'll do in his rookie year?
Be a red zone threat for Mitchell. Not a lot of tight ends produce in their rookie season. And I don't expect Cole Kmet to come in here and put up 1,000 yards in his rookie season straight out the gate. So I just come and expect from him. Hopefully, I will take anything better than last year. Last year we didn't have no production from the tight ends. Trey Burton was hurt most of the season, and we had Jesper Horsted and J.B. Holtz to rely on for a couple games here and there. So if Cole Kmet can come in and put up 300 yards and 3 touchdowns by himself, I would consider that a win-win.
Absolutely. I mean, I talked with you about this earlier. You know, we knew when the Bears drafted Kmet that he was going to be the most NFL-ready tight end coming out of that draft. I'm going to predict something around 350, 400 yards and 4 touchdowns for Kmet in 2020. You know, I think as his career continues, as long as he can stay healthy, he's only going to continue to be able to produce down the road. This tight end room, though, it's looking very, very promising. I haven't been this excited about tight ends in some time just because I'm used to mediocre tight ends in Chicago. Heading over to Jimmy Graham, Jaylen, I'm going to give you some time to think about a stat prediction for him as well. You know, he's been dominating straight up. You look at him, he got in a little scuffle a couple days ago with Deion Bush when he scored 3 touchdowns in training camp on August 18th. Spiked the ball a lot. You know, he's a big celebration guy. But, you know, Jimmy Graham, someone who's looking to turn his career around a little bit here. He was solid when he was in Green Bay, not anything incredible. And obviously he was pretty good in Seattle as well as in New Orleans. So I want to ask you, Jaylen, what do you think about Jimmy Graham here? He's 33 years old. That being said, he's committed to Chicago, he's committed to winning, and he wants to go out on a Super Bowl. So what do you think? How do you think he'll do here?
Put up numbers. This is not the same Jimmy Graham. He's not going to put up 1,400 yards at 33 years old. Now, that would be great if he do, but I'm not expecting that at all. If we can get 700 yards, 7 or 8 touchdowns out of Jimmy Graham, or even 600, I'll take that too. That's a win-win for us, especially with the combined yards with him and Cole Kmet. That's over 1,000 yards from the tight end position. When last year I think we barely even had 100 yards. So I can't wait to see what these tight ends do. Whether it's Mitchell or Nick, hopefully the quarterback can get them the ball.
Absolutely. Regardless, I mean, no matter who's starting at quarterback, we know how important the tight end position is in Matt Nagy's offense. The top 10 tight end deals in money per year average, Jimmy Graham actually falls at 8th, right below Zach Ertz with $8.5 million. But looking at some of these guys who Jimmy Graham has placed around, I want him to put up some solid numbers. You know, he's down here with Darren Waller and Jared Cook. Obviously, you know, you got Kittle and Kelsey up there making $15 million a year. But I expect Jimmy Graham to put up some numbers that are better than the ones that he put up in Green Bay. He's healthy. I think he's had a little bit of health issues in the past. But that being said, you know, he is 33 years old. I'm not going to expect him to blow me out of the water. But that being said, Jimmy Graham looking very impressive so far. And, you know, a reporter said it a couple days ago from the Chicago Tribune. He really brings the swag back to this team. I was going to say a lower number because I can't give you an exact prediction for him, but I was going to say a lower number because I thought Cordero Patterson was going to be able to get some reps at tight end, but it looks like he's with the running backs. Jimmy Graham, entering his 11th year in the league, has had a lot of success during 7-on-7 work. I think he's going to be a very solid target here for whoever's at quarterback, as Jaylen mentioned earlier. Finally, one last thing before we sign off here, Jaylen. You know, I said it earlier, you know, we've had low expectations when it comes to the tight end room for a couple of years here now. So I want to ask you, what does it feel like hearing all this good stuff about the tight ends, and do you expect this group to show some big improvements from 2019?
Definitely. I don't even think we had this close to, like, hype coming into the Titans with Trey Burton. Trey Burton didn't have a good first season with us. But last year was abysmal to injuries and stuff like that. Plus, we didn't have great depth. Adam Sheen, he's not on the roster anymore. He's somewhere in Miami, probably not playing well. But I'm definitely more excited than I was last year. Like I said, hopefully the quarterbacks can get these tall and very versatile tight ends the ball. And I expect a great 2020 season out of both these good tight ends. That we finally have some productivity from the tight end position and not rely on the wide receivers and running backs.
Absolutely. I got to agree with you. I mean, it's crazy to see. I mean, obviously, it's 1 week of training camp. You know, Jaylen, before we hopped on this call, we were talking about the quarterback competition so far, and you can't even delve deeply into that because there's still 3 weeks to go. And the Bears probably won't make their game time decisions until after that third week. So we still have a couple of weeks. But that being said, you know, there's never been this much hype around the tight end position in Chicago since any time I can really remember, even with guys like Martellus Bennett coming through a couple of years ago when Jay Cutler was in town. But I'm excited to see what the tight ends can do. And it should be a fun ride here in 2020, seeing them finally be able to perform and have a couple good guys who can step up. Thank you guys for tuning into episode number 66 of Uncut. Today we broke down the tight ends in training camp, made a Cole Kmet prediction, also talked about whether or not Jimmy Graham can up his productivity here in 2020 in comparison to his recent years where he's been down a little bit. If you want more content from us, head over to our website, beareddown.com. We're getting it up and running again. There's some new articles and blogs on there. Ton of new Bears content that you can go check out on there. If you want sneak peeks of the podcast, want to help give us ideas for what to record on or anything, you can find us on Instagram and Twitter at Beared Down. We post a ton of exclusive content on there. And you can also find the link to me and Jaylen's fan pages down in the description. Jaylen McClinton, we're getting closer and closer, man. Any last words?
Bear down. That's about it.
Absolutely. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Once again, my name is Chris Mulpey. It's been a pleasure to be your host today. Bears fans, do us a favor. Stay safe, and as always, bear down. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.